All right, let's jump right into this. We're going to look at a poem by Adrienne Rich. It's super short, but wow, does it pack a punch. It's all about this stunning, fearless piece of art and the really sad, quiet life of the woman who created it. So the poem just throws you right in with this incredible image. And the words she uses, they're so specific. These tigers don't just walk, they prance. And they're not just orange, they're bright topaz. I mean, they're basically living jewels. You get the sense they absolutely own this world of green they're in. And right away, you're hit with this huge question, right? How can the person who made this be so different? That's the real puzzle of the poem. So let's dig into that massive contrast. First, a little context. The poet, Adrienne Rich, was a really big deal in the women's movement. A lot of her writing is about the struggles women go through that nobody really talks about. And this poem, it's a perfect snapshot of that, focusing on just how suffocating married life could be for women back then. Okay, so before we get to the ant herself, let's just stay in the world of her art for a minute. Let's talk about these tigers, because they really are an ideal, aren't they? They represent this world of just pure, unapologetic freedom and power. The words she chooses here are just crackling with energy. I mean, they prance. They shine like bright topaz in this amazing world of green. But here's the most important part. They're not afraid of anything. They move with this sleek, chivalric certainty. What a phrase, right? Let's zoom in on a couple of those words, because they're doing a lot of work. Denizens. That means they're not just passing through. They belong there. This is their world. And chivalric? You know, like knights. It gives them this noble, confident vibe. They're proud, they're honorable, and they are absolutely fearless. Okay, so we've got this image of pure power. And now, the poem just yanks us in a completely different direction. We're leaving the fearless art behind to look at the fearful artist. Get ready, because the reality of Aunt Jennifer's life is a lot. And bam, the difference is immediate. The tigers have that confident stride, but her fingers, they're fluttering. It paints this picture of nervousness, of weakness, so much so that just pulling an ivory needle is hard for her. And you know this isn't just about being physically weak. This is a spirit that's been completely worn down. So when you look at them side by side, it's just night and day. The tigers are literally everything Aunt Jennifer is not. They're proud, she's terrified. They're unafraid, she's mastered by something, we'll get to that. Their sleek power is her fluttering weakness. Their freedom is her cage. So what is that cage? What's weighing her down? The poem points to one single, powerful symbol, her wedding ring. And listen to the words used here. It's not just her wedding ring. It's the massive weight of it. And it doesn't just sit on her hand. It sits heavily. You can feel it, can't you? It's so clear this isn't a symbol of love. It's a symbol of pure oppression. Yeah, that massive weight is way more than just a piece of jewelry. It's the whole emotional burden of a tough marriage. It's all the duties, the responsibilities, the person she used to be before she was just Aunt Jennifer. And did you catch this? It's called Uncle's wedding band, not hers. Even the language shows who's in control. And here's the really chilling part. This burden doesn't just go away when she dies. The poem says that even after she's gone, her hands will still carry the evidence of the ordeals that mastered her. There's no escape, even in death. And this is such a clever play on words. Her hands are ringed with ordeals. See what she did there? It's a double meaning. Yeah, her finger is literally ringed by the wedding band, but her whole life has been ringed, completely surrounded and trapped by all the hard times she went through. But after all that heaviness, the poem doesn't just leave us in despair. No, there's a final twist. There's a powerful resolution, and it comes from the one thing she made that was completely and totally free. And here it is, the final, amazing punchline of the poem. Aunt Jennifer, the person, she'll be gone. Her hands will still show the scars of her life, but her art, her tigers, they will go on forever. They'll keep prancing, proud and unafraid, showing the world the confidence she could never feel herself. So that brings us full circle, back to that big question we started with. Why would somebody so trapped, so scared, create something so fierce and so free? Well, the poem suggests an answer. Her art was the only escape. It was the only place her true spirit, her inner self, could actually come out and breathe. Those tigers, they are her. They are the proud, wild part of her that was buried deep down, the part that was desperate for freedom. So at the end of the day, her art gives her a kind of immortality, doesn't it? It becomes her legacy. And it's not a legacy of suffering, but a legacy of a spirit so powerful that, even when trapped, it could dream up a world where there was no fear at all. And that kind of leaves us with something to think about for ourselves. If you were to create something that was going to outlive you, what part of you would it show? What hidden dream or secret self would it end up revealing to everyone else?